So friends, listen up. This is quite amazing about what's going on in the world right now. This whole issue about Israel. Now listen, I know it's touchy even to bring up the name Israel, but here's my point. All around the world right now, people are on edge about the nation of Israel. The war, the rumors of wars, the issue with Russia now amassing just north of Israel in the Syrian border, and the issue of Lebanon and how the attacks are coming. Things are heating up. Friends, listen. Unless the Lord removes you and I in what's called the rapture, it is becoming very evident that we could very well see the book of Ezekiel chapter 38 opening up and starting very, very soon. All the players are in place. It's quite amazing. And so what you want to do is become very, very familiar with the book of Ezekiel chapter 38, keeping this in mind, that Israel being the issue right now in the United Nations. By the way, a little side note, did you guys know this? That while the UN was literally discussing what they should do about Israel, did you know that the UN, you can watch it on YouTube, there was an earthquake. There was an earthquake and they had to stop talking and they're looking around because the ground shook. I'm not saying God shook the ground. I'm just saying that God knew the ground was going to shake the hour that they're going to be discussing what should we do with Israel. Listen, God says that Israel is the apple of his eye. That's the cornea of your eye. The most sensitive part of your eye, God says, that's Israel to me. So friends, listen, let's forget about the controversy of Israel. Let's embrace this reality. Israel's in the news, if you like it or not. The Jews are back in their land, if you like it or not. The nations of that local region are gathered against Israel right now for war, if you like it or not. My point is this, all of these things are written down in the Bible because they're true. And they're happening right now in front of us. Friends, we've never been alive at a time like this before. This is an absolutely fascinating time. Why? Because God is almost done with the church on earth, and he's about ready to pull the veil off the eyes of the Jewish people. Why? Here's why, and here's how. The why is they are going to start believing in him. The how is by a very specific war that God will win for Israel. So much so that Israel will know that it's God who did it. And when God does it, he says in Ezekiel 38, he's going to destroy the invading armies of Persia, Iran, and Libya, and listen, other nations, but being led by the leader, Gog, G-O-G, the prince of Rosh, Meshach, and Tubal. That's the area of Russia today. When it happens, it's not going to be a kind of maybe, Fox News says Israel defeated Russia and the coalition, and CNN says no, it was Iran who flubbed it up. Oh no, the Bible's very clear. The Bible says God will intervene. They will be totally destroyed in the mountains of Israel, and Israel will begin to believe, is in the Hebrew prophet. They begin to believe. Something happens where they begin to believe. A switch is going to be thrown, and Israel's going to know, and I'm making this next part up. We ran out of ammo, and we still won. Or our planes, our technologies failed. Our intelligence, it didn't come through, and yet we won. Something's going to happen where it looks as though Israel cannot win. It's impossible, and they're going to know it. They'll be filled, I'm guessing, with momentary hopelessness, and then God says, I will cause the invading armies, I'm going to cause their own warfare to go fall back on their own heads and destroy them in the mountains of Israel, and then Israel will know. Then they will begin to believe. Friends, we are so close right now. Russia has sent more troops to the border right now since, I don't know when. I could mention maybe 73. They did somewhat, maybe in the 80s a little bit. This is a big deal. The leader, Gog, political military leader, could be Putin. Maybe it's the next Russian president. We don't know, but it could be Putin. But this we know. The armies of Rosh, Meshach, and Tubal, they're in position. Turkey's ready. Persia's ready. regions, Syria. So, man, we're just watching stuff closely, friends. Bible open, news, be scanning it. But this is a pretty thrilling time. Could everything all of a sudden calm down? It could. It's happened before. But we've never been this close down the calendar, down the hallways of time, than we are right now. My question to you is, if you wake up tomorrow and you see that what I just said is coming to pass, then you have to become a believer. That's the deal. I'm going out on the limb, so to speak, to tell you the future. It's not hard because it's written in the Bible. And you are flirting around if this is true or not. You can afford to do that. It's still today. But if you wake up tomorrow and you find out that what I'm telling you is coming to pass, you have to accept Christ. No more excuses. That's why God gave us Bible prophecy, by the way. Prophecy. The God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, exclusively, Yahweh, Yehovah, Yah of the Bible, is the one who says, I'll tell you who I am. I'm the one and only, because I'm the one that tells the future in advance through my prophets. I hope you know this, and I hope you trust Christ and Him alone, not anybody else. No pastor, no priest, no pope, Jesus alone for your salvation. Think about that.